everybody, it's Millie with Crafting in My PJs. Welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated to quick, easy crafts that anybody can do without any kind of artistic talent. That's what I like, and hopefully that's what we do. I also try to do crafts that do not involve tons of tools. And today, though, we're gonna kind of just go a little bit against that, because all of the stuff I'm going to show you today is from Dollar Tree. So it's all very accessible, and I was quite surprised. I was out shopping looking for one more white pegboard, and I did not find it. I did find all the small ones. I needed 6 more packs of small ones because I make those organizers, and I'm in the middle of making my last 2 sets for my daughter-in-law and my daughter, one of my daughters. So I was able to find that, but I could not find the last bigger square that I need to go on my wall. But while I was there, I noticed, now we already knew that Dollar Tree came out with a tumbler turner, and actually did a video on whether or not they worked, and for my purposes, it works fine. Some people have had problems where they were broken. I've bought 2, both of them have worked. I don't do resin a whole lot, in fact very little. I'm just starting with it, so for my purposes it worked fine. And while I was there, I noticed that they are now selling resin. And I have talked about this before. It's $5, as the turner was $5. And there aren't a whole lot of instructions on it. Just basically equal amounts of A and B, stir for 3 to 5 minutes, and then let dry for 24 hours. Doesn't tell you what kind of working time you have with this, so I just try to stick to something I can do within a 30-minute period. All right, so I have some resin, so I have that on the side. I have, I think, 3 packs of it, but one of them feels like I've used it. It feels very light. Okay, so the other thing I found while I was there is, in the past, have been the mixing cups for the resin. You get 12 of them for $3. I do not think that's a great deal. I think that you could definitely go on to Amazon and same thing for cheaper price. These are smaller, but still same thing. And I ended up, I'm thinking this came from Temu. I purchased it and still haven't used it. But basically, it is a silicone. It's a silicone measuring cup. And the good thing about several of them, look, a whole bunch of them. The good thing about this is that the resin will peel right off. Here, this is silicone, and see, it comes right off. So they are reusable. That's the good thing. They are reusable. And before you use something like this, it is a good idea to go on and mark with a pen, like a marker, a permanent marker, your measurements, because it's really hard to see them, and it's really important to get the right amounts, because it's 50-50. So I have those cups. Oh, I moved my trash can. And then I've seen, as I've gone along, the glitter. They've come out with more glitter, and it's all in this area with the resin. And I thought, well, okay, that's really cute. This is hexagon glitter. And then I've seen these metal fillers, and there are other ones on the shelf too. I'll show you a picture right here. And so I have gotten different glitters to use for other projects, but I obviously know that they're marketing this resin. So while I was in Dollar Tree the other day, I noticed molds, silicone molds that you can use to make resin projects. Now I went ahead and I got a second one of these today because this one looked like you could possibly make some earrings. And if I was going to make earrings, I would definitely want to be doing both earrings at the same time. I am not a professional, and I am pretty sure I would mess it up in getting them to match. And then this was another one. It was larger, some more like pendants. And then, what was the other thing I saw? Oh, here it is. Bracelet. A bracelet. It is a cuff bracelet silicone mold. Now, unfortunately, when you buy these, they give you no guidance. So no idea how to leave things, how long to leave them in the mold, no idea how many ounces would fill up, oh, how far it would go. Oh, this is one more thing I purchased. I purchased a while back some of these metal flakes. Again, it's in the same aisle. And I had wanted to use them with some of the projects that I had purchased. I purchased this keychain holder in the shape of a coffee mug. You know I love me some coffee. I also purchased, these were all from Temu. I also purchased a 3-piece notebook cover. Now, same thing with this. It's the covers for planners or notebooks. Came with a couple of rings. That was it. I'd have to find more. But you are going to have to do 2 of everything, the front and the back cover. So 3 different sizes you have a choice of. And I wanted to try this one because I have that planner. This is the cover that, so yeah, this would fit. It's just a touch smaller. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, I could even maybe cut this down and put it in the resin. I don't know. That's an idea. So I thought that maybe we would go ahead and try some of the molds. Oh, there was this coaster. I really do not like coasters. Like, I don't need them. I don't want them. But I thought maybe this would make a great trinket tray. And as we do these, I am going to tell you how many ounces it takes to fill it up so that you know how much resin to fix. I am not going to do anything super complicated. We're basically going to use some glitter. We basically will try some things with the metal fillers. I have no idea how to do that. We will figure it out. I purchased some of this eyeshadow to use as mica powder a while back, and I hadn't done it yet. We'll see if that works. And then I also have some alcohol inks that upside down, that I purchased from Temu to color the resin. So I thought that that would be something we could play around with too. So we're just going to do a couple of things to try things out. And like I said, I will keep an idea of ounces. So, I mean, I could sit there with some water and fill up, but we'll see what happens. And when you're doing these molds, I have learned from watching some videos a while back, is that you can do different layers. So your first layer can be, this is the part you'll see. So it would be the first to go in. That could be like clearish with the glitter, but then you could have a solid color. So I do have some acrylic paint, and we're going to try and put that in some of the resin if we do a second layer. All right, so let me get things together and figure out what we're going to do first, and I will be right back. Okay, so it's the next day after playing with the resin using the Dollar Tree supplies and a couple from Temu. So I will make sure I let you know. but all of the resin I used was the Dollar Tree resin, and I did not use everything that I had purchased because I just didn't. And this is like my first time doing molds, so I had no idea what would look good, what would work, what wouldn't work. All right, so the first thing is the jewelry molds. They took, very little resin. I don't know if I could actually even give you the exact amounts. I do have, okay, the hole did go through. So there was one of the little pendants. And again, not very, it popped out really easily. Not too much difference here. I was just trying out the glitter, just trying out the molds. All right, here is the puzzle piece. I do love the puzzle pieces because of autism awareness, and I know that puzzles, where did my little board just go? I know that puzzles are not the preferred, here I'll use the back of this, or not the preferred motto, or I guess you would say, here let me get you closer, for all of the autism groups, but it is what we've used in my whole life working with kids with autism, so I'm comfortable with that. So yeah, there's our little puzzle piece, and I think that's gonna, you can make it's small enough you can make an earring with it, but I don't wear earrings that large. It is very light, so I will probably just make a cute little pendant with it to wear in certain situations. This one I tried to put the let's see, does that help at all? I tried to put the little metal pieces in there. I mean, this is me because I don't know what I'm doing. It came out fine, but it's not really, you can't see them. All you can see is the glitter. Now, I have to tell you, the coaster / trinket tray, I tried to use alcohol ink. Well, when I squirted the alcohol ink, the top came off, and we ended up with alcohol. I ended up with alcohol ink everywhere, and so it came out way darker than what I anticipated, and I peeled it out, but actually it's very pretty. It's very sparkly. I think it's a cute little trinket tray. You can tell because I did not mix the alcohol ink before pouring, that you can see the clear there, but I don't think that's bad per se. So that's the coaster / trinket tray. I think that's adorable. All right, so let's see. I also have from Temu, I had this mini, well, it's a Mickey or a Minnie badge. You glue it on to one of those retractable badges. And so what I'm going to do is, I did it in this rose gold glitter, but then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to make the bow different colors, and so that I can swap out so the bow will show up. And I assume you glue it on, so I will glue it on with some E6000. So there's my mini, and I'm pleased with that. You can tell the rose gold's kind of my favorite. Here was another pendant, came out of the mold really easily. I don't know how long these molds last. So this was the bangle, and again, I was trying to put the coloring and the glittering in after I poured them, because I didn't know how much it was going to take, and I don't think that's the best idea. Okay, so here's the bangle. It needs to be sanded down a little bit on this side, and if this bangle is too much for you, like, it's okay, it's kind of cloudy, you could just pour half and make a thinner bangle. So I think the bangle, even though I don't wear these, this might be something I play with just to see if I can get a better look, a better feel for it. And again, it needs to be sanded down on this side. It kind of has this concave look. All right, so this was the other thing I tried, and it was using the Temu planner mold, and I took the Jot disc binder planners, and I took the cover sheet. This is the one that came out, and I trimmed this for school supplies this year, and I trimmed it at the top, at the bottom, and I trimmed it here because it was just like a 1/4 of an inch too big. And then I made new holes so it would fit in, and I wanted to put it into the resin and see if I could beef up the cover. And I did. I have one dry spot right here and a couple on the back, but I think that what I can do is do one more layer, and that would fix that. I found it very hard to get the resin to spread out evenly and stick. I don't know if maybe I should have washed my molds first. Maybe they have a coating on them. I don't know, but I do like this feel. I like the feel of this. I like it's way more than just being laminated, and I think it'll hold up. And then I can take my my crocodile, and I can punch through and make my little mushroom holes here, here, and here. Or if I wanted to, I could switch it over to a 6-hole punch, but then it wouldn't work with the discs that hold it together. So I probably will not, I don't even have I put them up here somewhere because I pulled them out last night. So they're on my desk. So anyway, I think I'm going to try and cover my little holes today, just like with one more thin coat, because I can put this in backwards like that now, and I can do one more thin coat. And then of course I have to make a back I have to do the back, my back. And then you can see it just was slightly too big, so I just cut it down. So anyway, that was fun. So let me just tell you measurements I did find. If you're going to do the cuff bracelet, let's see if I can get you closer, it takes 25 milliliters of resin. If you are going to do the heart trinket tray, it takes about 75 milliliters of resin. The trays, the jewelry trays, are so small, you know, it's just a tiny bit. The notebook took 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 milliliters. So I guess about 90 milliliters. Wow. And I still have a couple of holes. So, but it was really at the top. It's just that it's sticking, wasn't. Now, it says to dry for 24 hours. These have only been drying for maybe 12 hours, but they were hard to touch. Like, this is hard. All right, so this was my playing around with the Dollar Tree. Well, should I even put Minnie in there, because she really wasn't Dollar Tree. Playing around with the Dollar Tree molds, resin molds, and also the Dollar Tree epoxy. So there you go. There are the things I made, and these are all their glitters, and not their alcohol ink for this one. That was different. That was Temu. All right, so that's it. All done. And I had fun making them, and you know, as far as you see this one, it's thicker, so it is kind of, but it's flexible enough so you could get it on your wrist. I guess that's it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the resin video for today. And I will see you next time.